What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark from MacMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and today we're going to talk about She Rides Shotgun. This is a new film from Lionsgate that I was given an early screener of. We'll talk about that because that's a story I want to share. But click like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Join me in my cult following here on YouTube where I talk about films from the blind perspective. We talk about films with audio description. And other critics say they go into things blind. I actually end up going into things blind because I am, and everything I do is. So film watching would be also. So challenge accepted, other critics. Anyway, so She Rides Shotgun stars Taron Egerton and Anna Sophia Heger, and I hope I pronounced her name correctly. I don't know. She's a lovely little girl who has a bright future ahead of her. And I swear to God, if she's nominated for Razzie Award this year, I'm going to be pissed off because I don't think she is. I love this movie, but the thing about pre-screening is that you never know what other critics are doing. You're like, I don't care if I'm like the one person on YouTube on Rotten Tomatoes with a positive review of this movie. Screw it, whatever. Technically, I've seen this movie twice now, so I was offered a screening like I always am for things. Yes, but it didn't have audio description, and I recently have joined the Tomato Meter, and I sent in a request, and I said, is there any way that I could get an audio description track? And it was amazing that the mountain finally moved for me. And so people actually worked, because I was like, Lionsgate usually releases audio description tracks for films. Is it possible that I could get an audio description track for this? Because I'm sure it exists already. And we're close enough to the release date of the film that I'm pretty certain I can get this. And a ton of people worked to move a mountain for me, which I'm super grateful for, which they shouldn't have to do, because it would be, the other side of this coin is if the screeners just had audio description to begin with, they built that into the process. But I also deal with publicists and screeners that vanish when I mention the word audio description. If you've seen my review recently of The Shrouds, for example, that was a film that I was told that I would get that I never did. And it's unfair for me to complain about a lack of accessibility if I don't mention the fact that I need it. So I have to acknowledge the fact, like, please send an audio description track if available in the thing. Otherwise, it just feels like they're supposed to, like, osmosisly know that I need access, which that's overstepping. Yeah, so I got it. I got the audio description track. It was amazing. It took a lot. A lot of people worked to get this. I was on this chainmail thing. It was amazing, and I just want to shout out to Lionsgate. It's not affecting my review at all. I already liked the movie, but it's the thing about a lot of times with the lack of accessibility is it does affect it usually negatively, because at some point I'm not going to understand something. I'm going to be missing something. So if I'm liking a movie, it gives it a chance to have a higher score. If I don't like a movie, it still has a chance to get a higher score because it might actually answer something. I think in the last year, there's only ever been one film that I can think of where I saw it once without audio description and saw it the second time with audio description and actually decreased my score. So it almost always, to some effect, helps the film to get audio description. It's so rare. So She Rides Shotgun has audio description. I have no idea who did it though, because it was created by divine providence. Thank you, God, for creating audio description for She Rides Shotgun and putting it on this movie. And benevolence, your benevolence is ever so amazing. There are no credits. No one took credit for this. They put this on the film and walked away. And so I'm gonna say God created it. Thank you, God, because no one else. They Alan Smithied this. So and the sad thing is, I think it's a good track. Like, why don't you want to take credit for this? So yeah, I have no idea what studio wrote or made it or who narrated it or anything like that. It's not there. Um, but so we start off, and one of the things I like about She Rides Shotgun, I have to spoil for you. I'm so sorry because I have to talk about the movie, and it's really hard to talk about the movie and to not talk about because you're going to feel really uncomfortable at the beginning of the movie, and I think that's part of the thing, is the way that the film presents it to you. Because but there's no way for me to talk about them. I'd have to stop talking and just be like, I liked the movie, done. But the very first scene in the movie, so I've warned you, if you want to know nothing about this movie other than the fact that it has great audio description and I liked it, then leave now. But if you'd like to know what the movie is actually about, which you could probably know from looking at the IMDb thing, it's just that the way the film is shot I thought was interesting. So the film is shot with, we meet our little intrepid young lead, Polly. You don't know her name is Polly right away, but you'll know pretty quickly. Played by Sophia Heger. And she is waiting for her mom to pick her up. It's significantly after school. Mom's not there yet. Teacher comes out. It's like, hey, girl, you want to call your mom? She's like, no, my mom's running late. She does it sometimes. So teacher goes back inside and pulls up. I love that the audio description noted the fact that this car is like some broke ass shit with like a fake black door. Like it's a sedan that's ghetto, so it has like a mismatched door on it. Like it's not the right, anyway. When you have to like when you've been in a car accident and you have to replace the door, but you haven't repainted the car yet. So car rolls up. There's a guy sitting there. We can't see his face right away. And he's like, hey, you doing okay? Come here. And you're like, oh God. She's about to be abducted. And so she goes over and I'm like, didn't anybody tell you stranger danger? What are you doing? So, what are you doing? Go. But I don't know why, but it's Taron Egerton. I don't know why he's being so, I don't know why he's being creepy, but I love the fact that at the beginning of the film you think it's about like child abduction. It kind of is, but then it really fades pretty quickly. And so it's Taron is picking up his daughter, is what it is. But he just got out of jail and hasn't seen her in a while. And I think, he didn't notify her that he was coming there. It's like a surprise. So she didn't know. But she recognizes him eventually and he's like, get in. And she's worried about like, where's her mom? And he's like, oh, nothing, I didn't hurt your mom, nothing happened. So they drive off. He's looking a little skittish. He clearly broke into the car and stole it. And thus begins the journey of father and daughter. So what had happened was dad pissed off some people while he was in jail, the wrong people. He used to be part of like the Aryan Brotherhood and I guess has like fallen out. He's got tattoos on them. He's got like one of them was like a safety pin tattoo. See, all this stuff I get from audio description that I didn't get the first time through. It's amazing what you learn. She's got her like little backpack and teddy bear with her. And so they have to abandon the car because it's stolen and go to hide in a hotel while he tries to figure out what to do with his life. But yeah, there's this like criminal enterprise that wants him dead, like hardcore, and it's already affected his life, and it's affected Polly's life in a way that she will see on the news that her mom and stepdad are dead, and somebody came in their house and killed them. The one thing I didn't like about the movie, like the downside of it, is I think we reuse the same news report. So like you hear it play once when they're in the front office, and then you hear it play again when she's in the bedroom, and I think it's the same news report. I think they only shot one, but they just kept playing the same thing. So, and which is just like a little thing. I know it's something that you don't think about too much. Like you want it hinted at, and then Polly will watch it later while she's flipping through the channels. And then she gets upset because, you know, her dad said that he didn't do anything to her mom. And so there's this trust issue, but you begin to see as the film unfolds that there really is a danger, that he probably really didn't do anything to her, that there are these people, they have these blue lightning tattoos, and he keeps having to run from them and also keep his daughter safe, and they have nothing. He has no resources or money, or he's trying to figure out how they can survive. He has just like criminal skills, like the ability to like boost cars and stuff like that. So, and all of his contacts are kind of shady. So it's like, can he trust them? There's this girl that he ran with for a while. So they go to her thinking that maybe he can stay at least like one night with her. Can he? You know? So there's a cop. There are different cops, and some of them are good and some of them are bad. And so it's about trying to figure out who they can trust also in that regard. And how the film's gonna end. So I don't want to spoil the whole thing. I just spoil the beginning part for you, so that you know it's a father-daughter thriller, survival thriller, where dad's bad things have trickled downstream to affect this whole family. You know, one bad apple spoils the bunch. Well, this bad apple has caused his ex-wife to be murdered, and her partner, I guess because they were looking for him. I don't think he did it. It's never like explicitly said, like nobody straight up takes credit for it. Like he doesn't run into a character that's like, I went by your house, found some other people there, and I killed them. Like, but he does run into enough like people who are killers, because he tells Polly to watch out for those little blue lightning tattoos, because that's what this gang uses to indicate that they've killed somebody. So the more lightning tattoos they have, the more people they've killed. And so that's what she's looking out for, these little lightning tattoos that she sees on people's wrists. I think they're on the wrists, like lower part of their hand. So yeah, that's She Rides Shotgun. I liked it. At first, when I first saw the movie, even before audio description, I was like, Taron Egerton is a dad. You know, because I'm having to accept him as like a stepfather right now on Smoke, and he's not doing a very good job of it. So it didn't immediately. It's funny when you watch a lot of other media, you're like, I don't know if he can pull this off. So, but he's not really supposed to. He's not supposed to be Father of the Year. But what's amazing about it is that he is really sort of trying to reform himself, and more importantly, really trying to keep Polly safe. And there's a lot that he teaches Polly sort of about life and about trying to survive that ends up coming back around. There's one scene in particular where he teaches her some like self-defense techniques, and there's a scene where I was like, well, this is going to come into play. And I kind of wanted it to work out better for her, because she does what he told her to do. It just doesn't quite have the same effect. But I kind of wish it had, just because of the setup and the payoff aspect of that. But I like this movie. I like the music choices that were in here. They add to the sort of pulse-bounding sort of thrill ride that this thing is on. It's one of those like criminals on the run type of things, except one of those criminals isn't a kid. And if kids being in danger is like too much for you, well, she's in constant danger. She's being shot at. She is running from things. She's sitting her window like. I think initially she's sitting next to the window, and it's the one that he smashed open or something. and it can't roll. And he's like, yeah, the window's broken. It's like, well, yeah, obviously. Is she near broken glass? Like, he's not a great dad. He doesn't think about things like that. She's hungry, and instead of being able to get her food, he gets her like a bag of chips. And yeah, she just doesn't really have sustenance or anything. There isn't really like a long-term plan from him. You can tell that he is clearly just running, and there isn't like a thought of what do I do. But he's also worried that maybe that they'll use, because if they were willing to kill off his ex, who he wasn't even with, then of course they'll use his daughter against him, you know. So Anna Sophia Haggard does a really nice job here, and it's one of those sort of bold young child performances. She's adorable when she needs to be. She's strong when she needs to be. She's scared when she needs to be. She has some lighter moments with her dad where she laughs like a little kid every once in a while, where she has a really well-rounded, fully balanced out performance, and I loved her. I thought she was great. If we have any of those like young artist awards, maybe we can take a look at her, because I think she kind of carries the movie, because this film is so heavily reliant upon having a child star as the number 2 to Taron Egerton that the wrong child actor or actress would have brought down the film. But it reminded me a lot of seeing Brooklyn Prince in the Florida Project for like the first time. You see somebody who's sort of like, this film is above their sort of head in terms of where they're at in development stage or whatever, but yet they're able to understand and deal with and cope with all of these difficult topics and issues and relate to it. So Taron's good here. I mean, I don't think he's gonna win an Oscar for this, but yeah, I mean, he plays a sketchy criminal father perfectly. I mean, I still kind of question whether or not, but then again, this film is also perfectly set up for them. So if you're the type of person who's like me, where you're like, I don't know if Taron Egerton could be a father yet. I don't know if he has kids. He is of the age. Sometimes I just think Taron Egerton is a lot younger than he is. He's like 35. Polly here is like 9. So yeah, he's easily could be her father. But there's something about Taron that always reads younger to me. He always plays younger. I think Taron still is playing. He's one of those people, like when Glee was happening, how they had a couple people who were like 30 and they were playing like high schoolers. Like, I think Taron is still trying to convince people that he's this adult actor, but he doesn't quite feel it yet. I said that's one of the things that I'm getting out of Smoke too, is that I think the role should have been given to somebody who feels a little bit older than him. He still feels a little bit too young to be the grizzled expert in that role. So here he feels a little not quite ready to be a father, but then also that is the character. This character is not Father of the Year by any means or stretch of the imagination. It's not. So it's almost like perfect casting, because if you had somebody who was a better father, I don't know how that would play. You know, if like Tom Hanks was here and you were like, wow, this is some great parenting. Then you'd be like, well, now he's not believable as a gang member. So, you know, it's just, yeah, I think Taron actually might be the one time where he can play a parent and it come across as being believable. But, no, I really like this movie. This is, one of my, more well-enjoyed films of the year thus far. Before, I know we have like this bevy of like, I always have this vibe with a couple films from earlier in the year, from like the first 2/3 of the year, and then suddenly like the fall festivals hit, and then we get all those Oscar contenders, and some of those films are the ones that you'll really end up remembering. So I'm sure my favorite movie I've yet to see this year, because it's been kind of a weak year. But of that, as I'm reviewing this, because I already checked it out, She Rides Shotgun is in my top 10. But it's not a tough top 10. It's one of the saddest top tens. Like I like the top 10, but it's like, damn, where is that? Where's that film that I feel like I need to like kick in the door for and scream at some people and be like, why haven't you seen this movie? Just like, I like this movie and I think you should see it, but in other years, at this point, I don't think it would have been in my top 10. It'd be more like a top 25 thing, shooting for like an honorable mention on my year-end list. Like, I do like the movie, but I know it feels like it should be topped by other things. But because this year has been so like it's okay. I've had a lot of like those kind of films. This rises above because I think it's really pretty good. I think it's above average, and it's a film that I recommend. If you feel like that you've been seeing a lot of crap this year, you probably have, and this is a way to to step out from the crap and watch something that was entertaining. It's 2 hours long. Yet it's paced well, and has some good performances in it. So She Rides Shotgun, audio description track. I don't know who to thank, so I'm just, again, divine providence, thank you. And I'm going to give She Rides Shotgun an 8.5 out of 10. I think that's probably about right. We're going to go with 8.5 out of 10, fresh. So check it out, and let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the other side.